Ago. When you come, Madamakasa Kakra, and when you come and when Tiam Kakra, Menkasapi. Damapada de Bakans Babukakran, and Yamakan Fancy. At long last, the battle has ended. And thus, Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever. And here again, I want to take the opportunity to thank the chiefs and people of this country, the youth, the farmers, the women, who have so nobly fought and won this battle. Also, I want to thank the valiant ex-servicemen who have so cooperated with me in this mighty task of freeing our country from foreign rule and imperialism.
African modernism started to pop up in Central Africa during the later 20th century and is the architecture of the social freedom and optimism of a region relishing the departure of colonial powers, constructing an image of modernist Africa that is bold, imaginative, and unconventional, as defined by Arc Daily. Starting in Ghana with the Mofan Saipem School in Cape Coast, built by Kenneth Holgate in 1947. The school was built after the previous science building was damaged in riots after the arrest of Ghana nationalist Kwame Nkrumah, who would become Ghana's first president after Ghana independence in 1957. President Nkrumah would continue to push modernist architecture, the symbol of Ghana's place in the history of freedom from colonial powers in Africa. The Independence Square in Accra is a prime example of Ghana's modernist public work architecture. Completed just in time for Queen Elizabeth II's visit to Ghana in 1961, two stands with a combined 30,000 person capacity flank the presidential box and Independence Arch that overlook the massive parade grounds. Meanwhile, in Zambia, as British colonial power began to destabilize, the British colonial government paid for the construction of the Anglican Cathedral of the Holy Cross. Completed in 1962 in Lusaka by Hope, Reeler and Morris, construction finished only 2 years before Zambia independence in 1964. The project is seen by many as a last-ditch effort to save face and public opinion of British rule. Despite the intent in its construction, the cathedral stands as a beautiful work of architecture with its elevated stained glass windows and geometric structure. In 1966, Zambia's new government would fund the construction of the National Assembly of Zambia in Lusaka by Montgomery, Oldfield, and Kirby. The Assembly Chamber is a prime example of the blend of modernist architecture, elements, and forms with traditional patterns and materials of the region that we see in African modernism. It is also probably the only National Assembly with a stuffed lion and cheetah residing on the Assembly floor. In the same year, work began on the Kenyatta International Conference Center, or KICC, in Nairobi. Finished in 1972, the KICC stands in the Central Business District of Nairobi, as designed by Carl Hendrik Nostrovic, a Norwegian modernist who had just arrived in Nairobi after being inspired by Kenya's newfound freedom. The KICC's design was inspired by blossoming flowers and can be seen in the various bud-like structures and blossoms throughout the buildings. Finished a year later in Côte d'Ivoire, La Pyramide was designed by Italian architect Rinaldo Olivieri. Envisioned as a bustling center for both business and entertainment, it boasted a 1,800 car capacity parking garage, and while the building still stands today, it is mostly empty office space and only houses a few shops along the ground floor, and is by and large considered a failure. In Senegal in 1975, the Dial Diop building was built in Dakar by French-born architect Olivier Clément. The building stands out from the rows of colonial villas on either side with its red and pink facade and layers of geometric balconies. African modernism stands as a testament to the hope felt by many African countries after achieving freedom from colonial rule.